And I'm going to be sharing with you how to make a beautiful card using the Simply Succulent um, bundle, as you can see here. This is not a brand new one. However, I feel like this is a really nice one to you go with the brand new in color that we have, which is the soft succulent, which is this one. So anyway, for this card, I'm going to be using mainly this stamp set, and then I'm going to be also using this sentiment. As far as the dies, you can see here, it comes with a dice here, as you can see here, it comes with a die set that has for like a border, right? It looks really nice. Not a border, like a background. And then you have this one that cut out the images here, but they also can give you different standalone dies that could go really well with the pot that you can also die cut here. Now we're gonna be using this one as well because it's the one that complements our card. And I've also used this die for the label. So one other new product that I'm using is that I decided to use the Escallop Contours dies, which I love them. This is part of the Color and Contour bundle. And as always, anytime you purchase bundles together, you save 10%. And so this is a brand new one. But for this project, I'm only going to be using the die set. Okay, so let me just get started. Let me also put in the lighting here. As you can see, I've already die cut and put everything because I want to make sure that we move faster. All of the colors here, as you can see here, is the soft succulent. This is my card base, 8.5 by 5.5, which as usual, we're going to go ahead and fold in half. Okay. Use your bowl folder so that you get a nice crisp fold. Then I have a piece of the basic white, and this one was 4 by 5.25. But as you can see, I've already die cut. Oh, and I throw away my label. I already that cut the rectangle out of the Escallop Contour dies, as you can see. I always do this one because this part is actually going to be covered with this, and this one is going to go right on top. So that always helps me save on paper. And again, I'm only going to be seeing 1/8 of an inch on the border. So now this one is it's 1/8 of an inch smaller. So this one is 3 7/8 by 5 1/8. I've already pre-embossed this one using our brand new embossing folder, and this is bark. And you can see it looks really nice. It adds a texture, it's very different. You could also add the Tasteful Textile 3D folder. I think that that would also be really nice. But anyway, this one is going to go right here, like I said. Then I have this element here, or this label. And then I have my piece of designer series paper. Now, this one is from the Pansy Petals, which is one of my favorites. You can see it here, mainly because it also has, it is really good to showcase the ink colors. As you can see here, we have the soft succulent, the pale papaya, the freesia, and then the evergreen. Polish pink is also in the paper, but it's more like little accents. It does not have one full background paper. But again, this is out of that Pansy suite that we all are loving it. And we have that one. Now, I've also die cut a label, like I mentioned, which is where I'm going to be stamping my sentiment. But for right now, let's go ahead and do the our succulent. Now, I'm going to be using a piece of soft succulent. I'm gonna be showing you how to emboss because I love this technique and I have it out. And so I'm putting the embossing buddy. We don't have it anymore. And so you can also rough the a dryer sheet on your paper, and it will do exactly the same as this powder. The only thing that you want to make sure is that it eliminates the static of the paper, and so the powder will just stick on your image. I am stamping with the Versamark, and then I'm just gonna go ahead and stamp. This one would leave like a watermark stamp. I could leave it like that if I wanted. However, for this one, I actually want to emboss it. Now you can see here a little bit, right, how it looks. But then the magic is going to happen when I bring the powder and then emboss it. So I'm going to go ahead and cover these. And again, this is the white embossing powder. And I did put a piece of like a piece of paper underneath these so that I could put on my powder here. But see how it looks? Really beautiful, right? So now let me just put everything back into the jar. So this is why I like using a piece of paper, because then I can, oh, let me bring this one here. I can just go ahead and put it back. And there we have it. So once I have that, I'm going to go ahead and hit emboss. And it's going to get a little bit loud. The one thing though that you need to remember is it's going to get hot, and when it gets hot, you're going to see how it goes from like powdery to more of a white shiny color, right? And then at that point you start moving. Do not get too much into one section, because otherwise you're kind of burn it. So anyway, so let's go. Oh, hold on. I forgot to, there we go. I forgot to plug it in. And see, at this point, everything looks really nice. And it kind of has also a little bit of a texture too. Let me unplug this. Always disconnect your heat emboss, because it can turn off by mistake if you drop and put it on the button, and you don't want that. So anyway, so once I have that, I'm going to let it dry or not dry, but cool down for a second. And in this meantime, I can just stamp my sentiment. So for my sentiment, I'm going to go ahead and bring the Succulent, which is the same as the paper. And this is one of the things that I love from Stampin' Up, because as you can see, the paper, the ink, you're going to see my ribbon, and the designer series paper, they all coordinate, color coordinate really nice. And so definitely that's one of the things that I love about Stampin' Up. So we have this one ready. And now let's just start gluing everything, as I am still waiting to cool it down. And I want it to cool down because I'm going to be coloring a little bit of accents. And so I don't want to get some of that powder into my blends. That's really why I'm being a little bit more cautious. Now, anytime you add adhesive to a piece of paper that has been embossed with a 3D folder, sometimes you can peel off the paper. And so make sure you have a gentle hand, light hand, not too hard, so that you don't peel your paper or you don't break your paper, okay? So now I'm going to go ahead and add that one right here. Now, as far as this one, we're going to go ahead and add this paper. And like I said, this paper is out of the Pansy Petals, which I love. Beautiful paper. And like I said, this one is great if you want to be playing with the ink colors as well. because he had several pages or sheets that are all about the ink colors. Alrighty. Then at this point, let me bring the cut and emboss machine. And let's cut out this piece. And I'm just going to go ahead and add this one. Let me move it out. And now we have this piece, as you can see. Okay, now for this is the one that I'm going to go ahead and color. And I'm just going to be taking the dark soft succulent on the little point, and I'm just going to go ahead and add some accents. If you notice, this piece has areas where there are lines, so I'm just going to go over those lines, and then in the center I might just do a little bit more, and then all this section is going to be also color. Now, one thing with this one, you don't want to be coloring like that. You want to be coloring or adding color at each of the little sections, because that also helps, especially you don't want to color completely all the white powder, and at the end of the day this is an alcohol marker, and so it could potentially just color that a lot. So just, and it doesn't take too long, as you're gonna see here, and I'll do a close-up as soon as I'm done. I just need to do it. And this is one that I actually do have to kind of concentrate a little bit, so I get sometimes a little bit too quiet, so hold on. Alright, so that section seems to be done. And then this other one. Again, you want to go piece by piece rather than just going all over, right? There we go. See how it looks, right? And then, like I said, we're gonna go ahead and do the lines. Anywhere where they have lines is like a little accent. Now, at the very beginning, as you are coloring, it's gonna look a little bit darker. However, as it starts drying the ink, you're gonna see how it looks a little bit softer. And again, I'm just going over anywhere where I see a line from the stamp set or from the image, right? Just to add a nice accent. Okay. Alrighty. And again, it just go over. It's not too bad. You just have to be concentrated a little bit where you see them. There we go. We're almost done. Alrighty. There we go. I feel like I'm done with all of them. See? So it's not that bad. Let me just show it to you. And right now, as a close-up, it kind of looks weird, but look at this from a distance. It looks really nice. And again, you're just only doing the little lines, and it just gives a little bit of dimension to your card. So let's go ahead and put it into our card. And we're almost done. Okay, so for this section, we're just going to go ahead and add dimensionals. I have a little, the mini dimensionals. I would probably want to have the larger ones, but I'm okay. I'm just going to put a little bit more, and it will be okay. There we go. And we're just going to peel them. Alrighty. And I'm going to go ahead and add it like right here. Now for this one, I want to have it like right there. So I want 2 dimensionals there, and then I'm just going to glue it with the tape runner or the seal. And I'm just going to add it like somewhere here. And then to finish this card, we're going to go ahead and add a bow. Using the open wave ribbon in the ink color, which is the Succulent, as you can see here. There we go. And so this one will go right there. So we just need to cut out the little and we're gonna be adding it with a glue dot. And here you have it. See that? Beautiful, right? So anyway, hopefully you have enjoyed. Like I said, I love Stampin' Up! Products because it helps me color coordinate everything really nicely. The alcohol inks or the alcohol marker, as well as my ink pad, the designer series paper, and the cardstock, the ribbon, everything color coordinates perfectly, don't you think? So anyway, so thank you so much, and I'll see you in the next one. Oh, also, before I go, let me just flip the camera for a second here. I want to talk to you about a great promotion going on right now with the Stampin' Up. So during the month of May, so this is May 2021, you if you are want to get lots of different items, we have a brand new catalog, so definitely there's lots of new products. And so if you want to be getting a lot of them, the best thing to get them is through the starter kit. And all it is that you get $155 worth of products, but you only pay $99 plus tax. There's no shipping, so it ends up being really, really cheap for you to get lots of products. And then all your subsequent orders are at least 20% for as long as you remain active. If this is the only thing you purchase, that's okay. There's no penalties. But of course, if you are active, then you get at least 20% on all your subsequent orders, which is amazing. So there's nothing to lose. Definitely, if you're interested in that, let me know. You can email me at Ali with Creating with Ali, Ali at creatingwithali.com, and I can help you right away. I'll also put more information in the description of this video so that you can read more about being in my team. Again, there's no obligations about doing this as a business, but if you want to get a discount in your crafting supplies, or if you want to get lots of the new things out of the annual catalog, this is the way to do it. So anyway, just didn't want to leave that part. I just want to share it with you because I think it is a great way to start building your crafting supplies. So anyway, so thank you so much. I appreciate it, and I'll see you soon. Bye for now.